It finally happened. My baby girl Nanao, one of the most underrated girls in this series, has finally had her chance to shine with her family's sacred treasure Zanpakuto coming in this episode. What is going on, guys? Ali here, back again with another video for you guys today. For Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War Arc, Part 3, Episode 37. It is everything that I wanted. One of my absolute favorite fights of the entire Thousand Year Blood War Arc. Shunsui and Nanao versus Lilibaro. And my gosh, was this a beautiful ending spectacle to the fight. Stunning the way Lilibaro was using his abilities, you know, when he came back and shot right through Shunsui when Shunsui was laying down and shoots him, and then his body gets up. That's like literally half his body was killed, was gone. His head was gone. We saw it in the last episode when his head blew up and stuff. That still didn't stop him. Literally crazy. And then it forms into this grotesque looking, ugly owl / chicken head looking ass, and just the abilities that he had with that, and like him constantly saying that like a messenger of God would not be taken out from a just a captain's or a soul reaper's bond kind of stuff. But something that I really like though, that's like really quick that I want to talk about, that like in the manga obviously there wasn't any coloring and everything, so when he transformed every time that he had his Volstandig and he transformed, there was no coloring and stuff. So when it was green introduced in the anime, it kind of threw some people off. It threw a little bit, threw me off a little bit, but it didn't really bother me and stuff, because everybody thought because of Lilibaro saying that he is the one closest to God. He is literally like a messenger of God. You could say, well, he was saying that he was, and like him like acting all divine like and everything. Everybody thought it was gonna be like, you know, something like you know, in the sense of gold, like his wings being gold or anything, but that was not the case until, which I kind of liked it, how every step of the way that he released his Volstandig or released his wings, his Quincy wings, they changed from a regular basic dark green and then started to get a little bit more shine when he transformed again, and like a little bit more of like a goldish shine to it, and like it was slowly going from the green that we saw with, you know, all of them fighting, the Royal Guards fighting Squad Zero and like them fighting Senjumaru and stuff, seeing like his wings like that were just plain green and stuff, and then going from like the first half of the fight, seeing his wings that became like really shiny, like it had a beautiful shine to him and stuff. And then this episode when he came back up from the dead or some shit, it was gold. So I kind of enjoyed the transition of colors of his wings. That's just me and whatnot. But man, the episode that happens and Shunsui is just like, he's not down. He's pretty much like, this dude's not down for the count after I have released my OP Bankai. Bro, it was so sad. And then like hearing, and not even hearing, but also like, you know, seeing the backstory of like him and his brother and stuff, and like he wasn't on good terms with his brother, but then when his brother married the love of his life and whatnot, like Shunsui's like messing with his brother and stuff, and seeing that backstory and everything, and Shunsui saying that you kind of changed, brother. It's like it's actually kind of nice, like, you know, basically Shunsui says like, it's nice being around here because not my father, I was gonna say father, but my brother got married, and you seem like a lot happier and whatnot. And he's like, do I I guess, like, if it's anything, if it looks like I changed, I don't think I've changed and stuff. But if it seems like it, it's because of her, his wife and everything. And then his wife giving him one of the hairpins so that when he's off killing hollows or like taking out hollows and stuff, like a part of her is with him and something. That blessed, bro. That's it's so cute. But like seeing that quick backstory was really nice. And just like seeing Shunsui almost down for the count, and he's like, I guess this is it and stuff. And then his and even his Bankai spirit is saying that, like, just close your eyes, I'll take you away from here, we'll run away and stuff. Like, nobody's gonna fault you for it. Which, I mean, nobody will, honestly. When you're facing this giant chicken owl bird looking angel looking ass thing, like, nobody's gonna blame him, right? He is about to go. He's fading off. He's heading towards the light. No pun intended, because Lily using his ability and stuff, and he's hearing somebody saying, "Shunsui, get up!" And then like he wakes up, and it's Nanao in his face, yelling at him, "Give me my Zanpakuto. Forget about the promise you made to my mom and everything." And she knows all this stuff, but not everything. And then Shunsui tells her about everything, about what happened with Nanao's mother and her father, who is his older brother and whatnot, that they married, but in the Issei family, it's like a women, like only women get born into the family, and then whatever male gets brought into the family get married, they eventually die a very early death. It's what happened to his brother, and his brother gave him one of the pins for, that the Nao's mother had, that she gave her, his older brother. He gave it back. He gave it to Shunsui, and then, like, because of the Issei curse, there are a bunch of priests, and none of them actually are able to get a Zanpakuto, except that they have this sacred treasure Zanpakuto that is handed down for generation to generation, whatever, to the head of the Issei family. Her mother had it, and she took it and gave it to Shunsui to hide it, because she can't. She decided to leave the Issei family to get married off into another family, but that still didn't work to break the curse, because his older brother died. So then you got her taking the sacred treasure and giving it to Shunsui, saying that, like, you're the only person I can trust to keep this safe away from Nanao, to protect her from the curse, from the Issei curse and everything. And because of that, she was killed. And it's like, because of her, like, quote unquote, losing the sacred treasure, she was executed. And seeing Ukitake again, him being his best friend, Shunsui's best friend, telling Shunsui this, it's just, bro, like, it's wild to like, that we've never seen, after knowing all of these things about Shunsui, that he never once teared up or cried or anything. Like, think about it, man. In this moment, he is given a promise to shoulder by Nanao's mother, and his older brother before that dies when he was really getting connected with his brother again, with his older brother again. And then he gets this, he accepts this promise to hide this sacred treasure from the Issei family, so that the Nanao doesn't have to go through this curse or have to possibly deal with this curse. And then the Nanao's mother gets executed for this. And then now it feels even more of, like, it's my fault, that Shunsui's saying, like, it's my fault. He's feeling more of this shit. So then now he's feeling even a bigger burden on his shoulders and stuff. And then you see, like, and then Yamamoto dies in the beginning of this arc, who is basically like a grandpa or even just like a father figure to Shunsui. He dies. Then I would say Unohana, he knows her as a, like, you know, kind of like Yamamoto, but more so that she was a figurehead who has known Yamamoto for so long. So then, like, he, like, reveres her, like, respects her and whatnot. But Unohana dies. But then, like, Ukitake, who is his literal best friend, also dies. And then, like, even before, like, Nanao's mother dies, gives him the other hairpin. So he has both of the hairpins, and he has her kimono, like, draped over him. So that's why he wears, like, the girlish, like, kimono and everything. And then you're seeing Nanao in these backstories, like, clearly ending up, like, being able to figure it out of why, she can't have her own zanpakuto and everything, why he was wearing, like, the that kimono, but then also why he was wearing those hairpins and whatnot. And Shunsui's telling her, like, all of these things, and the now was figuring this out at such a young age. She basically figured out what kind of person and who he is. And it's like their story is so deep rooted in a connection of just, like, a family like bond, and of loss also. It's so beautiful, like it, but it's also tragic, but also beautiful at the same time. And then the music that gets playing, and then, Shunsui talking about, like, Kyokotsu, who is the second half of his Zanpakuto, like, was it loves to play hide and seek, and she was the one who was, like, hiding it. And I love, again, same thing that happened in the manga, like the way that the way that Kyokotsu was able to get, like, the sacred treasure out, like, from her mask, like, she reached into her mask. It's such a cool concept and everything. And, like, his Bankai, like, his Zanpakuto spirit is just so cool. But then he gives it to her, and then you're seeing, like, Lily Barrow about to, like, brighten that shadow so they can't escape from it or whatnot. But then she comes out from the shadow of, like, of the top of his beak. It's so cool. I loved that scene when it happened in the manga. Seeing it anime was just as cool. But then watching this happen, that Zanpakuto that she has, Kyakoken, I believe, or something like that, like, it's a sacred treasure, being able to reflect the power of a god. And so it reflects the light entirely of, like, Lily Barrow. And Lily Barrow was kind of smart about it, being that, like, oh, if there's no, like, blade on that sword, then it's clearly dangerous and I shouldn't touch it and stuff. And you clearly saw that as, like, Nanao split his or took his arm. Whoa, whoopsies. Took his arm entirely. Excuse me. There we go. Like, took his arm off entirely. And then, like, I just love the detail of, like, she's holding the blade, she's shaking, she's terrified, and says, this is what it feels like. This is what it actually feels like to hold the weight of a sword in a fight, because she's never done that. Just from her Kido and Hado and Kidos alone, she was able to become a lieutenant and whatnot. So she was gonna be part of the Kido Corps, hopefully, and stuff. But, like, Shunsui put her in his squad to watch over her, to watch over his niece. And it's like, take it, and him saying that, like, take the burden off of my shoulders, please, Nanao. And Nanao saying that, like, I'm going to accept this sacred treasure. My mother decided to try and leave the curse, and believed in it and leave the curse. I will take it and accept this sword. And her saying, like, besides, the man that I admire the most would just brush it off as just something silly. And, like, seeing that and seeing her face looking at him with genuine, like, I want to say appreciation for him, for everything that he has done for her. And then, like, you're seeing that moment when she's holding the blade, standing there, cuts on her legs and stuff. You're seeing all the blood dripping and everything. She's freaking out. She's almost about to cry and stuff. And it's like, yeah, she's never held a sword. The weight of a sword is like the weight of a life. That's what it is. And she's starting to realize it, holding on to it. And then you got Shunsui coming out of the shadow to support her, bro. Like it it's one of the most beautiful one of the most beautifully done fights in the entire Thousand Blood War arc for me. Like, it is the backstory, the burdens and hardships of both characters of Nanao and Shunsui being in this moment and understanding everything about this moment and the past and stuff, and Shunsui being there for her. And then the music starts playing and she's calmed down while she's holding the blade with Shunsui. And then they straight up deflect that gigantic trumpet that Lily Ball had and just and they block it, and you could say somewhat slices Lily Ball straight up, like on the left side of his body. And just his dialogue too, and the way he speaks is like talking about that they're sinners and stuff, very sinful of having a blade that's able to deflect like a god's power type thing. And it's just and the music being played in this moment, bro. The Shiro Sagisu is going off with the remixes and just the beautiful emotional soundtracks in this arc and vocals in it. He's going off. This is the best that he has ever been. You got like Neon Genesis Evangelion, like people are saying that they thought that they got like vibes from that, obviously just, because of the angels and whatnot, and Lily Ball kind of like proclaiming him being like an angel and immortal and everything, and the music and and not even just the visuals of just Lily Ball and stuff, but when he is reflected and gets seemingly like destroyed and like disperses and whatnot, looks like an absolutely stunning fireworks, bro. Like, it looked, and when he was absorbing all the spiritual energy up there too, looking like it was like a giant like Jupiter or Saturn or something like that, like, and before it turned into like the giant trumpet. And man, there's nothing else to explain how beautiful that looked. Like, it was just beautiful. Like, and the music that came with it. It felt scary, but it also felt very, like, I want to say elegant, or like very, like, even just like Lily Ball's, like, what he looks like. It's like, it looks very scary and creepy, but also he did look angelic. Like, it was absolutely wild. And then he's like, "Oh, you did say that it reflects the power of a god and stuff, the blade." And then he's like, "How very sinful." And then he just blows up and disperses like a firework. That was literally a firework moment. And seeing Shunsui and then out there, like, it was just, I was so emotional, like familial bonds and like family bonds, or like even friendships that are like family and stuff. Like, those are the emotional moments that get me, man. And if you also like think about like the past like moments of like, Shunsui and the Now and stuff, he always treated her like a child, in the sense of like being all like, "Oh my gosh, you're so adorable. You're just the most adorable thing ever. Nanao, like, you're so amazing." It's like, in that way. and also like a very protective guardian. It was like day one, he was like he was like her, like, you could say like a pseudo father, or like a step, like a guardian, like her father, like a parent. Like, you clearly see that throughout the entirety of the series. and you start to replay moments before this whole fight was and Nanao's Nanao and Shunsui's past revealed. Like you start to think back again. You're like, yeah, like Kubo's phenomenal at foreshadowing, in the sense of like how Shunsui treats Nanao, and then how Shunsui treats like other people, like say Lisa. Like Lisa, he kind of smooth talks her a lot of the time, and is very much like a suave person when he talks to her. But then when he talks to Nanao, he's all like kitty like child wonder like type of like vibes, and a very very protective guardian to Nanao. So there was obviously something there. And the fight ends, and then you see in this moment of like, you know, Nanao and all of this happening of like this fight is finished for them. Like the moment that it happens, all of the anxiety, the stress, literally everything hit them like a like and the what was it called? All the adrenaline just gone, dissipates. She almost falls over, and Shunsui catches her, you know, giving her like a job well done and whatnot. And then like he was about to go, said like let's meet up with the others, but then he almost falls over and whatnot. He's like, you know what, let's rest for a minute. So that I thought that was really funny, but also I mean like he has a bunch of holes. He needs to fix those things up like right now. He's about to like pass out, whether he wants to rest or not. I thought that was like slightly a little comedy there with like him saying that, and then like yeah, it was just really good. Beautiful music, ending music and whatnot, and then like the end of next episode, I believe, or the end of this episode, the poem was Basby. So next episode, and I think the episode after that, are gonna be about, I believe, Basby, and obviously you know where he is. He's next to Jugrum. There's Basby and Jugrum. That fight is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fantastic and stuff. But again, Basby is one of my least favorite characters in general and stuff. So I don't really care that much for their relationship and things like that. But that's like whatever. I'm excited. But this episode, another 10 out of 10. Like all of it was amazing. But what did you guys think about this episode? Leave down your comments, your thoughts about this episode, your thoughts about what I said about the episode. Oh man, comment down below on everything that happened, occurred, and whatnot. Like the video if you did. Like the video if you liked anything I had to say. Like the video if you liked the episode and my video and whatnot. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most importantly, everybody got to stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I'll see y'all later in the next video. Peace out. May the force be with you always. Latom. Bankai. And next episode, obviously I think the next episode is called Friend, so it's gonna be about Basby and Jugrum and whatnot. But on the 28th, December 28th, right before, you know, New Year's Eve, or like a couple of days before New Year's Eve, is a 2-episode finale. So it's gonna be 14 episodes instead of 13 episodes like part 1 and part 2. Part 3 is going to have actually a surprise 14 episodes. So we're going to get a 2-episode finale on December 28th. That's going to be amazing. And I'm hyped and excited to see what's going to happen at the end of that. It's going to be so good. Again, peace out, guys. And I'll see you guys later with the next review for Bleach, baby. Peace out. Bankai.